Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
Okay, there you go. So you know that I'm not lying to you. I'm at the Ben Avery shooting facility in Arizona, and everyone's getting ready for the 1,000-man shoot that is going on. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is a, I don't know if you've heard about the 1,000-man shoot, but it's a special event put on by Henry Repeating Arms and the NRA, National Rifle Association, here in Arizona. November 14th, 2016. The plan is, regardless of what happened in the elections, they were gonna try to set a world record for the most people shooting at the same time. So basically it's gonna be rifles. Everyone's gonna be shooting the Henry Golden Boy Silver rifle, which is 22 LR. You can hear all the shooting going on in the background. This is probably one of the, no, not probably, definitely one of the biggest shooting facilities I've ever been to in my whole life. Ridiculously huge. I think about 160 acres. There's a whole bunch of different things going on here for people to come out here and do. So tomorrow there's going to be more than 1,000 people, probably a few thousand people out here. Shooting and having fun, being part of the whole thing. So I'm gonna do more coverage on that. I just wanted to do a quick, I guess this is like a vlog. I don't really do those too often, every now and then, but I don't do them too often. And I wanted to do something here and talk to you guys about, you know, we just had the elections that just went down. Some people are surprised at what happened. I'm not really that surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised, yes, but I've been having this conversation with you guys for a while, so you know, I definitely was under the impression that there was going to be kind of a Brexit effect where people weren't really telling the media and the pollsters what they were going to do. They weren't sharing their mind and their thoughts with those guys because, as we all know, those guys are not really on our side, right? They're just trying to Jedi mind trick us into doing as they say and believing what they believe, but we don't. So, you know, I was actually in Vegas when the vote went down. I early voted. I did do a live hangout with a bunch of my friends. You guys can check that out on the YouTube channel. That was fun, and we talked about all this stuff. I know now there's a bunch of paid protesters out there. You know, George Soros, man, he's writing those checks, getting those guys out there to protest and all that kind of stuff. That's their attempt to try to continue to control our narrative. And really, that's what I wanted to make this video about. I think ultimately we have to remember something. You know, even though Trump won, he's gonna be in the White House. There's a Republican majority. It may seem like, okay, gun rights are okay now, we could do whatever we want. You know what? I'm gonna say it's not over. It ain't over. We have to keep fighting. There's a lot of other things that we want to do. We want to make sure that we hold those guys' feet to the fire, and they give us the things that we got out there in droves and voted for them about. All right, so more specifically, You know, I'm talking about taking suppressors off the NFA, etc. You know, we've got a lot of fights here ahead of us. We need to do that. We need to make sure that all the deliberate manipulation that you see going on with folks like Soros and, you know, the Clinton camp and the media out there, we have to make sure we don't let that affect us. Because those guys aren't just going to give up and go away. I don't care how much kumbaya they're trying to pretend that they're with. That is really not what they're about, you know? This is almost like the Game of Thrones, for those of you that watch the Game of Thrones. And you have to... don't let that stuff fool you. Yeah, I'm going to turn back around here. This place is way too big for me to walk through. I just figured I'd do a little bit of walking so you guys can see. I mean, I didn't even like scratch the surface of what's going on here. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it's not over. So we need to keep voting, keep turning out in droves. We need to keep pushing the gun agenda and the things that we want. That's really, really important. And while those guys are out there protesting and trying to figure out how to block us and control the narrative, like I said, we have to make sure that we just keep, you know, keep pushing. There's so many things that have been put into effect. I know there's a bunch of executive orders. Hopefully those are all going to get canceled out. You know, hopefully we'll be able to do something about Obamacare. Personally, as someone who's sick, you know, I have Crohn's disease and a bunch of different things that come out of that. I've seen the effects of what's happening there. I mean, now just for my medications, my deductible is $100. Yeah. So there's a few good things in there, but most of it sucks, and I'd like to see that go down. You know, as well as the draconian rules that have been put into effect lately. And lest I forget, you know, in this election, there's some states out there that added more bullshittery. It's probably the best way that I could put it. You know, California, for example, now you have to do a background check to buy bullets. You know, I don't know if bullets are going to be serialized or what's going to happen there. I wouldn't put that past them. So, you know, there's still a lot of things out there that we have to think about that's happening, and we have to try to do something about that. Not everyone's going to be able to move out of California. You know, I do suggest to people that are there, if you can get out, get out. You know, however, not everyone's going to be able to get out of there. So for the folks, the gun guys who are still in Cali, you got to keep fighting and keep pushing back against all those things, because it won't end. It's not just in Cali. There's a lot of other places that put, you know, stuff into effect. So that's really my message. I think while some other people are out there protesting and mad, you know, 8 years ago, I know I personally didn't vote for Obama, wasn't happy about it. I wasn't out there protesting or threatening anyone, destroying anything, but those guys are out there doing that. And it's an indication that the machinery that's trying to take away our freedom, it's not shutting down. It's not going to go into hiding. You know, they might put on different disguises, but they're not done. So we have to make sure that we keep pushing, we keep fighting. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't know, I don't want to make this too long. Looks like it's about 10 minutes already. I just wanted to share my thoughts real quickly while I'm getting ready for the Henry Rifle 1,000-man shoot put on with Henry Repeating Arms and the NRA in beautiful Arizona. This is a very good time of the year to be here. November 14th, which is tomorrow, Monday. Registration starts at 10 a.m. There's going to be 1,000 people shooting at the same time. And a lot of your favorite YouTubers, you know, all the big guys like 22 Plinkster and Rock Veteran, the whole crew. Rock Veteran's like, they roll massively as a big crew, so they're going to be here. Military Arms Channel is going to be here, some other guys. And then the biggest of the small gun YouTubers, yours truly, Hank Strange. I'm already in the building, so to speak. Hanging out, having fun, and also working on a mini documentary of this whole thing. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, share this video, and most importantly of all, the fight's not over. We gotta keep fighting, keep doing it. I'm gonna get back in my Challenger. There she goes. We're walking up on it. I'm gonna get back in that baby, go have breakfast. It's early in the morning, getting ready to start the day. All right, folks. As I always say, if you seek peace, prepare for war. Si vis pacem parabellum. I'm Hank Strange. Peace out.